As we continue our equipment tour through the freshman kitchen here at Bunker Hill Community College, I want to introduce next a blender, something you may or may not have used before you even came to culinary school. There's just a few points that I want to make about using a commercial blender. They tend to be higher speeds than the ones you use at home, and we also tend to put hot liquids inside of these blenders, which creates pressure inside, and we'll demonstrate that shortly. Basically, you have a foundation or a motor that spins the blade. You have a bucket that goes above there, and then you'll have some sort of cover, and then kind of a pestle that really pushes items up or down inside the blenders to make sure they get blended appropriately. Switches in front, we have an on-off switch, and then a high and a low speed. Okay, so it's not too complicated, but trouble can arise if we're not careful about how we treat the liquid once it's in the container here. Okay, so typically you would be using these to make sauces and soups at times, and always using a side towel to create a barrier between your hand and the hot handle of the pot. Add your hot liquid to the blender. You want to put the cover back on the blender tightly. Okay? And what I like to recommend to students is when there is hot liquid inside of the blender, if that liquid is going anywhere, it's coming out these seams between the barrel of the blender and the cover. So what we want to do is set up one more safety barrier and put a towel to catch anything that might come spraying out. Always start off with low and then work your way up to a faster speed. So I turn on. And as you can see, any type of solids that are in my liquid here are going to be blended nicely and pureed into my soup or my sauce. So once again, it's easy to operate, but we always have to make sure that we protect ourselves from any hot liquids by putting a towel over the top and then turn it on.